ke dumedisa ebile ke o amohele hura ke ya borobong hona mona ho Mintirho ya Vulavula mo nna le wena re qoqisanang teng taba tsa service delivery ya hona mona City of Johannesburg. Ke o dumedisa nna ke le moratuwa wa ha lekgwaba tsatsing ka jeno ke re ho wena a ko nkadimetsebe. The executive mayor of the City of Johannesburg, Councillor Herman Mashaba, will be visiting the Rea Vaya BRT systems together with road upgrades projects around Soweto, with a stop at the Rea Vaya depot to see what is happening and what the people have to say. Without further ado or too much talk, let us go and see what happened there. The City of Johannesburg showcased the Rea Vaya BRT and upgrading of the roads in Soweto. Over 50,000 passengers use the Rea Vaya daily, including commuters, learners and people living in Soweto. This trip on the Rea Vaya bus in the Transport Month has given the executive mayor his first opportunity as the mayor to ride on the Rea Vaya, as well as to visit the state-of-the-art BRT bus depot in Meadowlands. The Meadowlands depot is an environment-friendly, custom-made Rea Vaya bus depot in Soweto for 270 buses. Good evening, Sanbanani. Today we are here. We're in the Rea Vaya Drive with the Mayor of the City of Johannesburg, Mr. Herman Mashaba. Let's talk to him and hear what is happening today. And actually, what is the main reason today? Mr. Mashaba, welcome.
Yes, good morning, and glad to be here in Soweto in the Rea Vaya bus, getting an experience of what our people go through on a daily basis.
And so far, as you've been in here, what do you think and how is it going so far?
Well, so far so good. I think the purpose of this trip is for me to really have personal experience of what our people go through, so that when we sit in our boardrooms to discuss solutions, we know what we're talking about. So as you can see, I'm with the executives, with the MMC of transport, to give me and the rest of our executives an opportunity to have a sense of, as I say, what our people go through on a daily basis.
As far as the trip has been, what is it that you've seen is actually a challenge, or rather that people go through that is not so pleasant, that needs to be looked into?
Well, I think if you look at transport in any community, to be able to drive the economy, you need a functional, fast transport system. And now you look at communities like in Soweto going into the city center, buses full during, in the morning during peak hours, but during the day, buses literally run empty. So those are some of the things that we need to find solutions to, because at the end of the day, we cannot afford to have a situation or this transport system collapsing. So we need to find creative ways of improving the system so that we can see our buses being used on a 24-hour basis, so that at the end of the day, there's transport for a mama wanted to go and see a doctor in town at 12 in the afternoon. At the same time, yes, be able to provide transport to our people going to work in the morning and coming back home in the evening.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, as far as your trip, what can you comment about the comfort and the speed for someone who maybe is in a hurry and would love to get somewhere, cannot use any other, but Rea Vaya is the closest? Can you give us a comment there about?
Look, I think for me, really looking at the system, really very impressed. Also be impressed by the fact that it's run by the private sector. The private sector, some of them are now accompanying us, who are actually pleased with the results. But yes, you talk about having a quicker mode of transport. That is why taxis are also crucial, so that we integrate the entire transport system in our communities. Where we have buses, we have taxis, we have trains. So those are some of the aspects that we need to ensure that on a long-term basis, we integrate the entire transport mode in our city.
All right, we are still in the Rea Vaya bus ride. Now we're standing by with the MMC of Transport. Let's speak to him here. What is actually going on? MMC, welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Can you tell us why we're here today? What are we doing today?
We assisting the mayoral committee, including the mayor, to actually experience a trip on a Rea Vaya bus. That is what we are doing.
All right, in today's activation as we're doing right now, what would you like the people to take away?
I want them to see the effectiveness of our public transport. And as you can see, most of the officials and our stakeholders that are here in this bus today are people who are using cars every day. So they will be able to experience how a trip on a Rea Vaya is. Maybe that might change them. As you know, I'm always saying, let's park our cars and use public transport. This is one of the initiatives that to make them understand that using public transport, if it's reliable public transport, you can actually use it and save time also and money at the same time. So we are doing this today to assist all the stakeholders that are here and some of the city officials who don't even live in Soweto, some of them, to actually see this one route of ours that we call 1B, which goes from Bramfontein through the universities or the hospitals and then straight into Soweto.
MC, what are the challenges that the passengers normally face on a daily basis that you've seen so far?
The passengers that I've engaged with now, the challenges that they have is the problem of not being able to reload their cards because the system is always offline. And they are telling me that they are experiencing this only if it's towards month end. So it means it is something that we have to look into. Then it means maybe our system gets so overworked that it then stops working. So it means we need to, that's one thing that we need to improve on. And the other lady was complaining about the bus stops that are too far. For an example, she stays in Meadowlands and Vincent Road, but she's got to go to Meadowlands, Middle Point, to get Rea Vaya. So I was just trying to explain to her that very soon they'll be having a Rea Vaya going past the street that she mentioned as we are trying to roll out Rea Vaya to Fleer off. So I think that maybe it's going.
All right, MC, you've traveled in this and you've experienced its comfort and so on. For someone that travels with it every day, can you comment on the comfort and the speed and the convenience as a whole?
The Rea Vaya buses are very convenient because they come at a certain time. You should know if it's at 15 minutes differences, then you are sure every 15 minutes you'll get a bus. I know there are challenges. I've traveled in a Rea Vaya, and I know that there are challenges, especially during peak hours, of too many people. And the only solution there is for us to try and put more buses because we have a huge number of people now using Area Vaya. So we need to add the number of buses. And I know that the feeder buses, that is the F1s, the F2s, that take people from the Thokoza Park station to the inside the townships, that is where challenges are also, especially also at peak hours, because they stand there for a long time and the buses get full and the people are just too much. So we need to, the challenge, what we have to sit down and look at now is to make sure that we increase the number of buses.
Right now, the bus has no power, so the table is gone. So right now, I'm busy taking out the table.
What is the reason? What causes that? If it's a bus that that the turbo goes and how did it happen? So we'd like to know the technicalities from you.
Okay, so if the table is gone, it means that maybe there's something wrong. Maybe it's old. Like this one, it's very very old. So yeah, so it's gone. So we must take it out, and then so the bus can have an oomph, and then it moves. Yes.
Okay, so with challenges like this, when they do happen in the street, how do they go about bringing them back or solving the problems of such?
Well, if the bus is able to move, then they can bring it back. But if it's unable to move, then they have to take out the breakdown mechanic and go there and check everything. If it's movable, then they'll call the pickup guys.
Mr. Mayor, me again. We'd like to know, where are we?
We're here at the Rea Vaya bus depot here in Meadowlands, coming to inspect this facility where we use this as a depot for the buses during the day and at night.
So what is it? What kind of feedback or kind of comments did you get from the workers around?
You see, for me, what impressed me and I like about this system is the private sector participation, the taxi industry, people being the owners of this system. This actually guarantees us sustainability because you have the communities being the ones involved in the transportation of our people, working with the city. So that partnership between government and the public sector, that for me, it's really what inspires me about what I've just experienced.
Let's take a quick break, and after the break, we're going to be talking business and entrepreneurship. What is it that the SME hubs around Jozi can do for you? Stay tuned. Ke thabile ha ile mo o ile wa re emela ha re tswa papatsong ha le jwale he wa tseba re dula ro tlisetsa taba tseo o ratang ho di utlwa. We went to the Jozi SME hub, the Alexandra branch, mo rile ra utlwa teng hore SME ha ile hantle ba etsang ba sebetsa jwang le hore ha o le an entrepreneur the SME hub di ka o sebeletsa jwang ha re re lo utlwa. The Business Place is a non-profit organization which assists entrepreneurs to grow their businesses and has partnered up with the city of Johannesburg. The partnership has launched 5 entrepreneurial hubs across Johannesburg and has become known as the Jozi SME Hub program. The program seeks to develop entrepreneurs and help entrepreneurs help each other. The launch of the Alexandra branch was held in Alexandra on the 7th of June 2016. The Alex SME Hub is aimed to develop businesses in a historical place because Alex is one of the oldest townships. Therefore, the youth need to be encouraged to be the best that they can, as they are the country's greatest asset.
Okay, Jozi SME Hub in Alexander branch, what we do is we're offering a business consultation for the small medium enterprises. It can either be an idea, it can either be an operational business whereby it needs some developments on it. We offer information, advices on how to go about in growing that business, in implementing the idea that one might have. What we also do in the hub is we're offering free internet services for our clients. While you came for consultation, if you see a need of using an internet, we're offering free internet services for our client. What we also do is we're offering workshops for our clients. We're offering different kind of workshops that will that we believe that are going to have a positive impact in the businesses of the clients. We believe that it's the reason why most of the people are not making it. It's not because they don't have what it takes for them to get out there and do what they want, but then we've realized that they lack information. That's why we came in as the hub to try and bridge the information gap between the community and information. We're trying to bridge that gap, though. That's basically why the hub, it's very important, because information is key. Okay, in the hub, we normally have the seminars that we provide for our clients, whereby they can be exposed to different kinds of businesses that are happening within South Africa, not Alexander only, but within South Africa. We believe that us giving them the opportunity for exposure, in either way, it's going to motivate them to do something about their lives, about the business ideas that they have, to be specific. Yeah. Okay, the response so far is very positive because the people are liking the whole idea. They are here in most times for consultation, and then those we gave ideas, and then they are implementing those ideas, which is a very good thing. Okay, in order for you to get access to the hub, you don't need anything to be specific. You just need to have that idea that you really want to implement. Come to the hub knowing what you want, or it can either be an idea that you want, you're not sure about. You can come to the hub for information, for advices on how to go about to get that. We don't need any school background. We don't need you to be qualified in something. We just need you to have passion on what you want to do, so that we can be able to help you with that. You don't need anything. Yeah. Okay. The one that I liked mostly is there was a guy who came here who wanted to do catering. The reason why he came to the hub was to ask for funding. Then I sat down with the guy, told him, you know what? Let's put funding aside. Let's concentrate on yourself. Let's try to come up with something that's going to make you generate that funding that you want to apply for. So my advice to him was that you need to start cooking and providing your services to us. Come sell us your food, we will definitely buy. You'll be saving us time, you'll be saving us time to say. So I advised him to do some proposal to different departments within our buildings. Then that's what he did. He prepared food, he came for food tasting. Then we liked the food, and the guy is now providing us with lunch food, which I believe it's a very good thing that we managed to do. In order for one to have good qualities of an entrepreneur, one has to be able to take risk, should be dedicated, and should have passion in whatever that they want to do. Yeah. In seeing the entrepreneurs that I've worked with up to so far, in 5 years' time, I believe that most of them will be well established in the industry. They'll be having a very positive impact in our economy. They'll have another impact which is going to be positive in the reduction of unemployment within the society. Okay, the people that come to Josie SME Hub in Alexandra branch is mostly people around the community of Alexandra, but we do get clients that are from the neighboring communities, from Marlborough, from Bramley, and then we get a few from Midrand here. So it's, yeah. Okay, for the services that we provide in the hub, for consultation, we get up to 20 people in a day, and then some clients, they just come for the usage of the internet. Okay, here in Josie SME Hub Alexander branch, we're offering free internet services for our client. We're offering, we're renting out office spaces in case one might want to own an office or to rent out an office. We're offering, we're renting out office spaces. We also are providing workshops for our clients. We're offering marketing workshop, business planning, costing and pricing, marketing, access to funding and client services. Those are the workshops that we provide for our clients, which are also free. We offer those workshops on a weekly basis. There's workshop that we offer. On a monthly basis, we offer roughly 4 to 5 workshops on a monthly basis, and those are free. In order for one to be able to attend the workshop, you can either attend a workshop via an invite, which can be a referral from someone who has been in the hub before, or you can either come after consultation if you are interested in the workshop, which I, in most cases, motivate my clients to make sure that they attend the workshops, because I believe that they are going to be very informative and they're going to help them in the development and growing of their businesses. So anyone who's around the community who's interested in the workshop is more than welcome to come attend our workshops.
So let's take a quick break. Jwalo ka o tseba taba tsa rona mona Mintirho ya Vulavula ha di fele. Ha re nke kgefutso, ka mora kgefutso o kgutle hape. Mohi e re ke o amohele hape wa tseba mona ho Mintirho ya Vulavula ha re ile ra o tshepisa ntho re a iphethahatsa jwale he we are still following the handover of title deeds by the city of Johannesburg. Re tswa kwana Lufereng mo batho ba ile ba thola teng di title deeds tsa bona ba thola dinotlolo ba ile sentse ba falela ka hare ha matlo a matjha ha re bone ha re ska ra bua holo ha re lo utlwa. The city of Joburg handed over keys to beneficiaries in Lufereng, northwest of Soweto. The first phase of this project saw 1,832 fully subsidized housing units being developed in Lufereng and Lufereng Extension 1 under the formal housing category. Recipients were among the first group of beneficiaries for a total of 550 properties built and due to be handed over. Sabona babunjani?
Ngiyaphila uzala ma.
Ngiyaphila. Ngicela ungitshele ukuthi wena ungubani and before uzala ukade uhlala kuphi?
Mina ngoVasco Sithole. Before ngizalana bengihlala emaplotini ngale phezulu. Eplot 82. So ngasuka ngazala amabhokisini. So maybe nginabo ma 5 years ngilama bhokisini. Yeah.
Unesikhathi esingakanani umeli title deed yakho nendlu?
Isikhathi eside too much.
Is it? Round about isikhathi esingakanani like per numbers, maybe the year.
Yeah, maybe it's 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. Ngijabule kakhulu ma. Serious. Dala ngipanditile ngayitholi but sengidonse sengithole sengiyajabula.
Injani ngaphakathi njengoba songenile, how do you feel? So bonela ukuthi into zakho zohlala kuphi kanjani?
Yeah, sengizama ukucheka but mara kusafika ukufika umama wasendlini khona uzocheka kahle.
Uzocheka kahle.
Yeah, but
oh, okay. Ungathini nje ku City of Johannesburg as though because they are the ones that gave you isn't.
No, mina angibongela mina ngiyi1. Ngibongela wonke umuntu yabona. Nalo ayenza ukuthi nami ngize ngithola uNkulunkulu rayina ngazi yabona. So ngibongela sonke sibe right. Nalabo basasela bafethu bayithola njengami nje. Thank you.
I'm project manager for Lufereng, work for the city of Johannesburg as a project manager in an assistant director position. And yeah, this project's been going for the last 5 years, and yeah, we're in the next phase, and we're busy constructing houses and handing over houses that are completed. Main reason today is, as you can see, we've completed 74 housing units. They're ready for handover, so we've commenced with handover so that people can move in. We've got people living in squalor, and we'd like to treat them with some dignity and give them their homes. Okay, so the title deeds that have been handed over today are about 494, 495 if I speak under correction. We receive about 180 to 200 title deeds per week every second week, every fortnight, from the deeds office. And then as soon as we get them, we will now dispatch them to site and hand them over on a hopefully fortnightly basis as well. As they come out, we hand them over. For this project there were several challenges. One was the bulk electricity, which has now been resolved. Bulk electricity has been brought to site, so we can now service and provide electricity for the houses. So one of the holdups for these houses being issued now was the electricity, but that's now been resolved. So we are able to hand over those houses. So it's one of the other issues was dealing with the small farmer settlement program. This was where the farmers were occupying parcels of land that were issued to them by the previous government, and we are currently we've resolved that. So we're able to move ahead with the project. On that side of the project, we will be commencing in the next 2 weeks or so with the construction of next 2,500 fully subsidized housing units.
Mohi ke tseba go tsatsing la ka tshelo taba tse ke o tlisetseng tsona o di thabetse wa tseba he hore ha nke be go se fela ha o le tjena mohi ke nako yane ya hore nna le wena re kgaohane nna le wena re sa rateng fela he do visit us on our social network. We would love to hear from you. Leave us your comments and your views and tell us what you would love to hear and what you loved hearing from us. Ho tswa ho nna ke le moratuwa wa Halekgwaba and the team here mo Mintirho ya Vulavula ke re ho wena ha ibe boroko.